have is from Karnataka. Congress leader Zameer Khan has taken on the party's chief there, Karnataka Congress chief DK Shivakumar, in what is being seen as another instance of party infighting in the state. The Congress leader defied the party leadership by saying it is impossible for a leader to become chief minister with support of one community, a jibe at DKS, who has been seeking Vokkaliga communities backing. And, Harish Upadhyay is here with me to get us more perspective. Harish, every second day we are hearing some leader from Karnataka Congress coming and attacking their colleagues. One more in that series?
Absolutely. And Zameer Ahmed Khan identified himself in Siddaramaya's camp. He openly called Siddaramaya as his guru, and he's a loyalist of Siddaramaya. And him coming out and defying the Congress's line, saying that we shouldn't go against each other or not try to one specific community, and him going ahead and saying that just with Vokkaliga support someone can't become a chief minister. He also goes a step forward, saying that, well, there are more Muslims than Vokkaligas in the state. Does it mean that I can become the chief minister of the state? Two things that is hurting the Congress party here. One, someone going against their own KPCC president. Second, there is a fear now that several Lingayats here, as well as several Vokkaligas here, and Swamijis have taken note of the statement. They've expressed their displeasure that their community has been singled out by Zameer Ahmed Khan in the statement. And the Congress is worried that if this continues, then they could lose a substantial chunk of the Vokkaliga vote that the party gets. And remember, they're banking on the Vokkaliga votes also, because they understand that the JDS perhaps is losing some of it. The Congress wants to corner it.
Right.
On that aspect, now you have more trouble growing within the Congress, the leaders going at each other.
Harish, I would request you to hold on. Bharatiya Janata Party's S. Prakash is also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Prakash, like I was discussing with my colleague there, infighting in the Congress is out in the open. Every day we hear a leader attacking their colleague. Bharatiya Janata Party must be just watching this implosion with a smile on its lips.
Sure. The fight in the Congress party is now open, particularly between DK Shivakumar and Zameer Ahmed Khan. Zameer Ahmed Khan has challenged DK Shivakumar, and he has clearly said he will not keep quiet till his death. The caste factor is gaining momentum in the party. Unfortunately, not on the merit chief minister post is discussed, but on the caste factor they are discussing about it. Zameer Ahmed Khan is identified with the Siddaramaya camp very strongly, and it is a proxy war between Siddaramaya and DK Shivakumar today.
So you think whenever elections happen, Bharatiya Janata Party was automatically gain because these Congress leaders are out there to undercut each other?
We are seeking votes on positive notes. We are seeking vote on our performance, on our work, on the Prime Minister leadership. We are not going to encash on the divide between the Congress leaders in the state.
Right. That's very well for you to say, but you would also want a strong opposition party, isn't it? And that opposition now looks nowhere on the horizon. Congress infighting, JDS also in disarray.
So if they become weak, how can we strengthen them? It is for them to be very strong and united, but which they are not. They are busy hitting the state over once for Rahul Gandhi, now for Sonia Gandhi. And the other leaders are busy claiming they want to be the chief minister of the state. We have nothing to do with it. We are focusing on strengthening the BJP throughout the state and gaining absolute majority on our own.
All right, Mr. Prakash, thank you so much for joining us. Harish, if you're still there, though S. Prakash of the Bharatiya Janata Party says that we have nothing to do with it, you could not have missed the laughter of satisfaction in the voice of the BJP spokesperson there.
Well, absolutely. The BJP was in a bit of a spot, especially after the transition happened, and they have a bit of a worry on whether Lingayats would back them completely and how active would Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa be. But then now if you see over the last 2 weeks, all the headline, all the focus is on the infighting within the Congress. It will help the BJP. And also remember, the BJP is vying for some Vokkaliga votes in the old Mysore region. They understand that if they don't make gains in the old Mysore region, then perhaps they can't do good for some of the votes that they would lose elsewhere in North Karnataka. And with the Congress not helping the cause, the Congress antagonizing the Vokkaligas, it will only make it easier for the BJP to get some votes in the old Mysore region. So it works well for the BJP both in terms of the optics as well as the electoral calculations in the old Mysore region.
And once again, the central leadership is not intervening like we have seen in previous many such crises in many states all over the country?
Well, it's a difficult task for the party high command for two reasons. One, you can't take any strict action against Zameer Ahmed Khan, then you risk antagonizing the minority community here. And second, he's a very close confidant of former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. And Siddaramaiah perhaps wouldn't be happy if there's a stern action. And that's the reason all that we've heard from the party is that we will take a disciplinary action or refer this to the disciplinary committee. But we haven't seen both sides climbing down. We have seen DK Shivakumar asking Zameer Ahmed Khan to keep his mouth shut. And Zameer Ahmed Khan coming out and saying that, well, that would happen only when I die. Till such time, I will go ahead and express what I feel. So a standoff between the KPCC president and one of their major leaders, but no signs of it de-escalating anytime soon.
All right. Harish Upadhyay, thank you so much for joining us. We'll wait and see what journey this infighting really takes within the Congress party. Right now, it's an all-out war between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar.